Yeah, we should probably do that. Well, we sort
Yeah.
of did. It's Have Your Cake and Eat It Too, Chapter 6. I don't... I think we're gonna have some, like, internalized transphobia, and I don't know if the internalized transphobia and brief suicidal thoughts show up here or not. This is the most recent chapter that was posted. But dysphoria, presumably. Some, maybe... I think we're
Yeah.
done with the dead naming now.
I believe we are, yes. Because it's been Egbert for the last couple chapters, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah,
Another smaller Frankenstein's monster.
that is very funny.
All right. Who did we decide on for June?
You're doing
I'm
June.
doing June. I should write that down then, because I'm doing the June narrator. Okay.
Yes.
And so she just decks me.
Oh, don't be such a crybaby about it. I barely put anything into that one.
Oh yeah, sure. So you crying and screaming at me for a minute was all an act too, then? Rose's eyebrows both raised in surprise, glancing between the two of us.
Hold on. Are you telling me that Vriska Serket displayed a moment of emotional vulnerability?
Fuck off, Rose.
I just shrugged. I think it's been a long day for both of us.
I'll say, give me a moment. I believe I'm going to need to prepare something a bit more caffeinated than usual for when Kanaya returns.
I'm not gonna have to knock a mug of bullshit out of her hands, too, am I?
I promise. Kanaya is much more responsible with her use of mind-altering substances than I ever was.
Vriska mutters something that I'm pretty sure sounded like she better be. Oh, I'll ask about that later. Alright, well, at least this crisis was mostly averted. Go Beta Squad! Yay! God, it's really quiet in here. Just as I managed to have that thought, someone knocks on the door. Fast and not stopping. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this quiet couldn't have lasted too long, huh? I shoot Vriska a grimace from the other side of the couch and make my way to the door. I got it! There's a single hum of acknowledgement from the kitchen. My hand goes to the handle, swinging the door inwards. Jade and Kanaya stand on the other side, and the moment Jade sees me, she freezes. Hey! I'm back! The wind is immediately knocked out of me as Jade scoops me into a crushingly tight hug.
Jesus fucking Christ, don't ever do that to me ever again!
Ooh!
Wait,
Alright. Everyone's getting on the Egbert hug train today. I wrap my arms back around her, lightly patting her on the back. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm okay. It's okay.
it's not okay!
Jade pulls away, and boy, does she look pissed. I swear, even her fluffy hair is standing up on end here. I guess everyone's getting on the Yell at Egbert train today, too. She's gripping me tightly by the arms as she spills her guts.
Called me and said you disappeared. I thought that it was all happening again. Just like the ship. I never felt so scared in my life. I thought we'd lost you again.
Wait, the ship? Oh, right. This wasn't the Jade I spent 3 years on the ship with, playing the Ghostbusters MMO. God, it's really stupid, but I forgot that a lot. That these are all versions of my friends that got to the alpha session without me. This was a Jade that I had... Fuck! God damn it, why do I keep making my friends cry? This sucks, I'm so fucking stupid.
Harley, please. You're smarter than that. You should know that my protege wouldn't bite it so easily. She's made of tougher stuff.
Once again, Vriska interrupts my thoughts about how much I objectively suck as a person. All of us by the door turn to her, Jade, thrown by enough of a loop that she stopped crying, and Kanaya looking... tense? There's probably a better word for it than that.
Is that...
Vriska,
What is she... How did she get here?
why does she have her dirty sneakers propped up on my coffee table?
An excellent fucking question, Kanaya. At precisely that moment, Rose glides by and hands Kanaya a mug of black coffee, still steaming, and pats her lightly on the shoulder. Kanaya blinks, glances down at the mug, up at Rose, and sighs before taking a sip. See, this is the intimacy Rosemary deserves. Thank you.
Exactly. It's moments of, like, actually showing them being just a bunch of banter constantly.
Just, just have the women you said love each other be nice to each other, maybe?
Yeah.
You are too wonderful, Rose.
I try.
Vriska hops up from the sofa, shoving her hands into her jean pockets and smirking as she moseys up to the group.
What? No warm welcoming me back, Kanaya? Come on. One of you aside from Egbert had to have missed me.
I believe I simply just need more time to process this as a fact that is true.
Kanaya takes another long sip from her coffee.
At least 2 more cups of this.
Another cup and a half of coffee later, I managed to fill everyone in about my accidental journey back into Paradox Space. That, and... Jade had me back in another hug. God, her arms were strong. Her tears were now dry, and this time the hug was a happy one. Plus, the fact that she was calling me sister already was... It was honestly so relieving. Like I could breathe again. And also just made me feel so fucking happy. Like, duh, of course they weren't going to be assholes about this. But it was still a little scary to admit it to them.
Have you decided on a name?
Jade relinquished her grasp on me, gasping.
Super important. Calling you Egbert is kinda...
She wiggles her hand a little.
weird. Like, it feels so impersonal. You're not only one of my oldest friends, but also my sister.
She's bouncing in her seat a little at that, and I can't help but smile a little. I honestly don't know. Honestly, me figuring it out kind of just happened so fast, I haven't really had the time.
I'm sure someone here has got suggestions.
Joan?
Oh, that one is quite lovely.
I frown a bit. Now, that one almost feels... I don't know, isn't that kind of lazily derivative? Aren't you supposed to be some super creative writer, Rose? I send her a... I send her a look, hopefully letting her know I'm just busting her chops a little for fun. Rose just rolls her eyes.
A fair assessment. I just assumed something familiar might be more your speed. You are slow to accept new ideas at times.
Okay, that's fair. Thanks for absolutely reading me for filth, Rose. Kanaya lets out a hum, swirling the last gulp of her coffee around in the mug.
Perhaps Janice.
Vriska barks out a laugh. I hear the sound of the fridge being kicked shut from the kitchen shortly before Vriska rounds the corner, bottle of water in hand.
Really? Kanaya? A high-blooded name?
Kanaya straightens up. Is she getting defensive?
If nothing else, it is quite elegant.
So pretentious.
Maybe Jennifer?
I'm thinking Jessica.
Jessica? Vriska shook her head, taking a gulp of water.
No, Jessica.
That's exactly what I said. Ugh, I really wasn't feeling many of these names. Apparently, I was showing it. Rose fixed me with a concerned look.
You don't have to choose the perfect name immediately, right?
Yeah. I know. Just something as a placeholder. It'll be fine. Anything was better than the other one. How about... Liv? Silence. Then Rose finally speaks up.
As in... Liv Tyler?
I mean, it's a pretty common name.
And here I thought you saw Nick Cage as more as of a parental figure / role model. I did not think to bring Bruce Willis into the equation.
Thankfully, I wasn't drinking anything, or else I probably would have sprayed it everywhere. Vriska only barely managed not to choke on her water. I'm not... Rose!
I mean, I am quite aware that we are two different people.
Rose Lalonde, I swear to God, I will find the nearest handle in this house and get sued by Dave for stealing a shtick because I'm flying off of it! And then she has the nerve to laugh. I'm being serious here. Nick Cage is not some weird psychological father figure self-insert. This sucks. I hate this. I hate this so much. Vriska puts a hand on my shoulder.
Liv, seriously, chill the fuck out.
And then she gives me a look. A small smile, one eyebrow quirked, as I stand up straight. God, that feels so much better to hear than the old name. Jade lets out a small coo, her tail starting to thump against the couch as my sudden burst of internal confidence proves infectious.
Yeah, don't listen to Rose. Liv is a cute name, Liv.
So long as it makes you happy, Liv, then I do not see why you cannot choose it.
Kanaya also shoots a look at Rose, who sighs.
Apologies, my flightiness seems to have gotten the better of me. It is a very nice name, Liv.
Okay, that's... Yes! Yes! God, okay, cool, yes! I honestly really cannot stop grinning at everyone using my new name. This is... I don't even know what the word is, but...
Feels euphoric, huh?
I turned to Vriska. Yeah, God, my cheeks are starting to hurt from smiling like this. She laughed, slapping me on the back.
You're too damn adorable, Liv. All right, what's next on the agenda?
Well, it seemed obvious to me. I need to let everyone else know. God, I cannot spend a single second longer pretending to be the other guy. Kanaya nods in agreement.
Perhaps a little hasty, but I do understand the sentiment.
Yeah. Oh, I can text Dave. Get him over.
God, Dave and Karkat live forever away from here, though. Like, almost everyone does. I crossed my arms, frowning. It took me a whole hour of flying just to get here, and honestly, I feel like I'm about to burst any second now. Jade hummed, tapping a finger to her chin.
I mean, I could just teleport them.
Oh, right, yeah, that was totally an option. That's a good idea, actually. Hang tight, I got this.
Wait, you got...
The edges of my form went fuzzy for a brief second, blue and white flashing more quickly than it had in a while. Zap. Was I Jane?
Sure. I don't think we'd picked a Jane.
Okay.
I think it's like 3 lines.
Good gracious! Fucking...
The love of all things that are sacred.
Jane now stood on top of the coffee table, slightly crouched and wide-eyed as she tried to stay balanced. Karkat was on top of Dave, both of them splayed on the back of the couch. Roxy, apparently mid-step, before falling flat on her face, Callie right behind her. There was a flushing sound, and Jake stepped out of the bathroom, bewildered. The secret Dirk says, fucking Christ. What the jolly good dickens?
Fucking out!
And at last, a final knock on the door. Dirk didn't wait for anyone to open it, letting himself in. He looked probably the least ruffled out after I retconned everyone to being here. Wait. Holy... What does they say? Hold on. So, that happened. Where's the fire, Egbert? Alright, note to self, gotta shake the rust off the retcon. I grin at the newcomers. Sorry for that, guys, but I've just got some very important news. Jane gives me an exaggeratedly confused look. Egbert, I do apologize in advance for my French, but what the good, sweet fuck did you have to do that for? I was in the middle of a meeting. Well, I guess that explains the suit. Well, you see... Hold the fuck up. Oh my god, can I go one word without getting interrupted? I turned, now a little annoyed, to look at Dirk, who was pointing at Vriska. Great, cool, yes, I'm about to explain that, buddy. She shouldn't be here.
Oh, fuck you too, dude.
Yes, I am getting to that. Like, at all. Why is she here?
Father dear, if you will let Liv explain.
Dirk turns to Rose. First discomfort, and then confusion, actually breaking his normally blank expression. What? Who? I wave. Me. That would be me. I am, as of right now, going by the name Liv. Because... I point at Vriska, who thankfully gets my gist and starts a drum roll on the coffee table. Thank God for people who can understand the craft of drama. I figured out what was wrong with me. It turns out it was gender, apparently surprising only a few people. There's a beat of silence before Dave shoves Karkat off of him, earning a screech. Oh shit, dog, congrats. Damn, here I was thinking it was super fucking weird how we have, like, only one token straight dude here, but nah, it turns out even the ladies got another convert. Did Rose welcome you to the winning team or whatever dumb shit she'd probably say?
Hey, sorry. Oh, I assure you, I was going to wait until the next meeting of the Mysanders. Sorry. Oh, I assure you, I was going to wait.
Yeah, so the words Misandress Illuminati are tripping you up, huh?
Would you like a stunt rose?
Oh, I assure you, I was going to wait until the next meeting of the Misandrist Illuminati before performing sacred rites.
Damn, fucking knew it.
Sandernati.
Rose turns to Kanaya, smiling and shaking with held back laughter, while Kanaya simply sits there proudly. Jane finally remembers she can fly and floats off the coffee table. She brushes her skirt before she fixes me with a stern look. Liv, believe me, I could not be happier for you. Stars and garters, if half of us here don't have problems with self-reflection, it prides me to see you taking care of that. She puts a hand on my shoulder and squeezes just a little too tightly. But for the love of everything near and dear, please text before you decide to teleport me out of an important merger meeting. Sorry, I could not put this off for even a second longer. Jane sighs, and the stress leaves her face before she smiles at me and wraps me up in a friendly, familial hug. I get it, dearie. Much as I agree with the old bird, I must say I'm right proud of you too, dear Liv. And just like that, the family moment gets awkward as Jake steps up, slapping me square between the shoulder blades. Jesus Christ, is that why they call arms guns sometimes? The trio becomes a quartet as Roxy, grinning from ear to ear, lets out some kind of noise and wraps all three of us up into her arms.
O.M. Jesus! Liv, that's absolute friggin' baller of you, girl!
God, honestly, I can't help but smile back. Roxy's mood is pretty infectious.
Oh, what a shock. Liv Egbert represses her emotions to an unhealthy degree, leading to an isolated state of depression. I'm honestly fucking gobsmacked that I didn't pick up on this. It really does seem obvious in hindsight.
In spite of the, scathing takedown of my character, Karkat seems about as happy as the rest of them. Dave leaning against his side with his arms crossed. I'm sorry, what? Roxy glanced over at Dirk, her grin evaporating and turning into a mild glare.
See, Dirk, we ain't gonna have a problem here, are we?
Dirk stares at the group like we've all drank from the forbidden Kool-Aid. He almost seems rooted to the spot where he first entered the house, rigid, working his jaw. I feel a pit form in my stomach. Sure, I don't really know the guy, but why was he, of all people, acting weird about this? No, Jesus, Roxy, I'm not gonna cause a problem over something as trivial as gender. Come on, you know me better than that. I'm just... He waves his hands around for a sec, frowning. Okay, first of all, the impromptu teleportation. Kanaya leans over to Rose and whispers,
Impromptortations.
earning a giggle from her wife. Perhaps threw me off my groove. Plus, I figure I'm, at the very least, a pretty observant guy. Got a functional pair of peepers beneath his kick-ass shades, overlooking and observing the various traits and shenanigans of my friends whenever they happen to share my field of vision.
You're rambling, dude.
It's what I do. He waves a hand dismissively. So, yeah, congrats on the gender, Egbert. Hell of a way to throw the guy's expectations out to left field. He turns back to the door, hand on the knob. Now, if you'll excuse me, I was kind of in the middle of something. Hopefully the workshop hasn't burned down in the middle of my welding.
Oh, heck no, you don't, mister!
Roxy releases the three of us from her death grip, marching over to Dirk. She stabs a finger pointedly at his chest.
This is the first time you, plus the rest of us, has gone together without it being a whole big thing. You can't just walk out in the middle of it. Come on, man!
Roxy, the man is busy, and honestly, so am I. Jane pulls away as well, taking a few steps forward. Seriously, the board is going to have my head if I don't.
If you don't what, Jane?
She whirls on Jane, lip quivering. Oh, well, fuck, okay, guess this is happening now.
You're a fucking god, Jane. Who gives a single, solitary rat's ass what some stuffed business shirt wants from you? You got secretaries. Fucking Crocker Corp can manage itself just fine for, an hour.
Callie quietly makes her way over, placing a clawed hand on Roxy's shoulder.
Roxy.
Supposed to be my friend, Jane, but you just fucked out to do your own thing. I barely even see you guys anymore.
Her eyes are wet now, and a single sniffle escapes from her.
I fucking miss you guys. And the first chance we get to hang, just casual like y'all wanna leave?
The silence that follows is honestly fucking gut-wrenching. God, I mean, I had kind of an idea that Roxy felt like that. I mean, she said a few things at Jane's party, but... Jane sniffs once as well, her voice cracking. I'm sorry. I missed you too. Jane's words dissolve into tears, and immediately the two of them hug each other. Don't make me read that, Artie. Why would you write that with your brain, Artie? Don't make me read that. Why would you do this to me, Artie? Volatile emotions pouring from their eyes. Dirk grimaces, reaching a hand out hesitantly before Jane glares and jerks her head, wordlessly ordering him to get in on this group hug. Wordlessly ordering him to get in on this group hug going on, Buster. Jesus, Dirk is an awkward hugger. Jake rounds out the alpha group, Callie standing sort of awkwardly to the side, but still smiling. She looks over at me and gives a thumbs up, which I return with one of my own goofy grins. Hey, we're not going to start going totally apeshit at each other next, are we? I roll my eyes as Dave stage whispers at me before throwing an arm around his shoulder. Ow, drop the cool kid bullshit for a second. Let them have this.
I suppose we have been drifting a bit as of late. Yeah. I've just been so busy with, well, everything, honestly. Perhaps we ought to make some sort of regular thing, check in on each other?
I nod. That honestly sounds nice. About half an hour later, after all the tears have been cried and promises to do better at keeping in touch were exchanged, all of us remain gathered in Rose's living room. She put back on the movie we were watching earlier, but aside from some standard Rose and Dave banter at notable moments in the film, we mostly ignore it. It's normal. Normal and nice. Just a bunch of friends hanging out and palling around. It's mind-boggling how much I just miss hanging out with everybody. Guess that's just a thing that gender depression bullshit does to a person's brain, huh? We sit through the entirety of the movie. Carcap keeps bustling back and forth to the kitchen to make popcorn. God, I hope he doesn't use up everything Rose has in her cabinets. I'll have to make, like, an apology grocery run for her. Alchemider or no, it's the thought that counts. Even after the multiple-hour runtime of the film comes to a conclusion, we all stick around. Chatting, actually catching up on stuff. Vriska keeps trying to egg on Kanaya to spill the juicy deets of her weird xenophiliac marriage, and honestly it's kind of funny seeing Kanaya so absolutely done with her. My phone buzzes and I tune out the conversations for a sec. Gallows Calibrator started trolling ectobiologist at 2147.
Hey, check this shit out.
Gallows Calibrator sent snap34.png. Wow, how the hell do you fuck up space that bad? It's like someone took a bat to a window that was just barely keeping out an ocean of the gayest sunshine imaginable.
Hey, I'm not complaining. All these colors taste fucking delicious.
Yeah, that tracks.
So what's up on boring human Earth?
I mean, that's not nearly accurate at all, how you just described Earth C, but things are actually pretty great right now. I'm at Rose's house. Turns out I may be a girl now, actually. Surprise!
Oh, snap. I was just about to needle you for only now leaving your hive block, but hey, that actually sounds like an important thing you've just figured out. Only took you, what, 10 sweeps?
Yeah, I'm bad at thinking. I've already heard that once from you today. Well, a different you.
Huh?
Kind of accidentally zapped out into Paradox Space earlier because I totally flipped out when Rose put some makeup on me. Your next words will be, wow, what absolute wiggler tier bullshit.
Wow, what absolute wiggler tier bullshit. Hey!
God, you're so predictable.
Eyes and slander. I will see you in court for defamation of my character.
Lol. Ectobiologist sent partypic.png. Anyways, you're missing a killer party. Though it is winding down, so you probably would not make it here in time anyways.
Okay, hold the fuck up, Egbert. Like, actually shut up. I am just about to flip my proverbial cookware covering device. Because I swear to everything you hold sacred that I just tasted Vriska in this photo. And surely you are not dumb enough to immediately lead this conversation with the fact that you have managed to find a troll I have been scouring the literally infinite expanse of Paradox space for. I must be mistaken, because there is no way that you are that fucking pan-fried as to not immediately tell me that you found her.
Hypothetically, if I were that dumb?
I am coming over there to kick your ass, Egbert.
Gallus Calibrator stopped pestering ectobiologists. Well, fuck.
Oh, I like that.
And the notes say
Good.
author make this shit transpire. I presume heavily have already left kudos here. Yeah, okay.